are havens of a brief call, of sad farewells, of lingering and regretful memory. Our parting from the people of Rimarutu was more than usually painful. They had hoped to the last that Terii would leave some word, some promise, but he remained silent, though I could see that the leave-taking was not without effect. Finally, the last canoe put off for shore. The anchor came up, the motor started, and Terii steered across the lagoon for the pass. The sails were still furled, for there was a light head-wind. I watched his face as he stood in silence at the wheel. There was a look in his eyes which made me sorry for the boy. We crossed the lagoon, glided past green islets, and drew abreast of the other village. The people lined the shore, fluttering handkerchiefs, shouting good wishes and farewells. Beyond the settlement the pass led out, blue and deep, between sunken piers of coral where the surf thundered in patches of white. All at once the old mate sang out and pointed. A dot was on the water ahead of us, a swimmer moving out from land to cut us off. The son of Varana turned the wheel. The schooner swung inshore. I heard a quick command and felt the speed of the engine slacken. Terii was staring ahead with a strange intensity. Instinct or premonition was at work. I looked again as we drew near. A cloud of dark hair floated behind the swimmer's head. It was a woman. Tehina! Terii sprang to the rail. A moment later she had been lifted over the side and was standing beside him in the cockpit, dripping, trembling, a little with cold and fear, doing her best to smile. The mate was pulling at Terii's arm and pointing back toward the village. A whaleboat had put out from shore and was heading for us at top speed of the rowers. It was the chief himself, I believe, who stood in the stern, and whose shouts were beginning to reach our ears. At that moment Terii proved he was his father's son. He glanced back once, and then, without the smallest interval of hesitation, his arm went about the wet shoulder of Tehina. "Full speed ahead," he ordered in a cool voice. Tari poured rum in my glass and tilted the last of the bottle into his own. The schooner was taking it easily, with her engine at half speed, riding a gentle swell. The ship's bell rang twice, paused, and rang again, a sharp and mellow sound. It was long past midnight. "If you ever get down to Rimarutu," said Tari, as he rose to go on deck, "you'll find Terii there. He bids fair to leave the island even less than Varana did." End of chapter 11.